Well, hi, Cancer. How are you? We're looking at the middle of November's energies. We're going to look at who you're dealing with, what possible sign, what they might say, an ancient energy and a direction, plus a smaller aspect with another tarot deck. So, thank you again for your likes and subscribes and your patience with me making cards. We're going to be using a couple of those decks today, as well as other tarot cards like Baron Reed. Okay, so without any further ado, hope everything's doing well with you and your family. And let's get started. All right, here is your energy on your side, okay? And then whoever you're dealing with is over there. So this is for our lovely Cancer. Wow, Cancer, is things changing for you? I feel that. Cancers, please, okay? They gave me two, so I'll take them. You have a new beginning. Maybe you're coming out of a shallow self, or in the shallow self there's something you didn't look at, so you may be doing that now. Let's see what the person is doing. That's good cards right there, because a new beginning shows something. You might feel vulnerable, you might feel new. You might be questioning a direction too in November. It's a new energy. I feel it's good too. Yes, look, whoever you're dealing with, there's harmony. There's an equal give and take there. I like that. Let's see what energy they have. They gave me two more for them. They have peace and they have trust, so they might have awakened, where you're just coming out of it. So you're seeing their perception. You're right behind them, though, I want to say that. All right. They want one more for this new beginning for you. It's a good start right here. All right. Well, we've got change. So I felt that with you because, coming out, this was upside down. So coming out of the shallows, you realize something had to change. It's going to bring a more peaceful energy to whoever you're dealing with as well. I like that. Let's look at the change in direction for you. What is this change for our lovely Cancers in the middle of November 2020, please? See, I want to say dropping. I get that like you're almost grabbing something. Is something getting away? Let's look at that card. Oh, see? Is there no movement? Are you trying to grab movement with a Taurus? Okay, there's a Taurus. Maybe you want something to change with you. There's an energy that there's peace with them, but you realize something has to change within you that you had to go through. What is this direction change, please, for their greatest good for Cancers? What is their direction change, please, coming into November, spirit guides? What is their direction change for them? Can we have something? They're not giving it to me. Let's see if they want the other person first. What's the other person's change in direction? The peace, the harmony, the truth. They're learning to trust something. Hold. So we're going to take this top one. All right. They weren't moving for something. Right. So that they released a lot of emotions, whoever you're dealing with. They want me to tell you that they had an epiphany, you see. This person gets an idea, or maybe they're half into something and half out, but they feel better. They have a harmony about them. They're not looking at an energy of choices made just on ego. Maybe there's been an ego released for this person that you're dealing with. And you're in the middle of going through something and you see that. So it's allowing you to go to a different perception. I like that. All right, the change in direction. Thank you. This is for you, Cancer. Yeah, you were going through the storm fields, and that's what I felt, coming out of that. I like that you're actually out of it. So just remember that the Golden Palace is underneath that. I'm going to give it to you because it was a direction that maybe you realized you shouldn't have been in, or you were taking a perception in a direction. You were only looking at it one way. Let's get some shamanic energy. The Jaguar energy is sticking out, which tells me you wanted respect. Maybe you're older than this person. Let's see, please, can I have a shamanic energy for, okay, yes. Yeah, beloved. So there's a respect line because that Jaguar, beloved mother, beloved father, this person means the world to you. You want them to do good. Maybe, they realize it, but you have a hard time expressing it. You're healing through something. You've healed through a lot. The hummingbird's here to give you new energies of perspective. I like that the hummingbird's right with you. They said, please keep that, because it really is. The hummingbird is letting you flow with a positive energy, not such a negative energy that might hold you back. That water, you are water, Cancer. So this water energy, this heaviness, this change that you're feeling, this five feeling, like you're losing something, all is not what it seems. It's just an energy that you're releasing. I want to let you know that. Because there's a harmony energy, a more peaceful energy trying to come with you, even with the person around you. Can I have one more for them, please? They gave me two. All right, well, they had to complete a cycle. Coming out of their lower worlds, everybody goes through it. So they completed a lower world cycle. They've raised themselves up by what you just are doing, going through that heaviness, looking at those energies, releasing those energies. Okay, it's a completion. The lower worlds, gazing, looking at what maybe you weren't happy with, but also releasing that energy, because there's a brighter side to everything once you let that go. You see, coming up from those lower worlds to let you look at them, to remove a mask if there was a mask worn, to really open your eyes to see something. So maybe that person's trying to help you with that, because they're more in a harmony base, they're more trustful. You see a change coming because change is there. One more for you. Yeah, coming through that fire. Maybe you might be dealing with a fire sign, you might be dealing with an earth sign. We're going to look at signs and see what comes up. But that fire, after the healing, you're beginning to get a spark. You're feeling that change. You will feel a little lighter. Okay? Yeah, the heart of the sky with the change as the energies are coming down. You're looking at them. You disperse that negative. Maybe looked at a different perspective. Looked at that mass starting to lift up, realizing what it is, having that epiphany yourself. So I love your energy. The energy together between both of these people, please, for their greatest good. The energy together okay. Well, look at this. There's knowledge being gained. And you have to go through it in order to understand something. And you also have to go through it in order to know that there is a change. So it's a normal reaction the way you're feeling, Cancer, okay? But you really are gaining wisdom, I like that. Let's look at what this lesson is with this wisdom, okay? These are a ruin deck I made. You got possession, maybe something of addictions that you were holding on to, or a clutch of some sort. That's what you released in the shallows. All right, for Cancer, please. Can I have one for Cancer, please? Okay. Well, listen, something for yourself came out, and movement. And I felt that change. Look at that. How nice is that? There was movement for yourself so you could understand a different perception. Movement in what you wanted to look at or no longer wanted to hold, what that change was. You were also guarding your heart. You were protecting yourself. Let's see what they were doing in this lesson of the lower world coming out of it. Let's see what they gained in their lesson. Okay. They also had a possession, but there's been a separation from that. Maybe they lost something and they realized something had to change, and that's why they're ahead of you, because separation sometimes lets us learn what we had to do, or what was no longer good for it, or what reason you played in it. So separation's powerful, whether you believe it or not. Doesn't feel nice, but that's what I think it's designed for, to really have you look at what was done in a relationship. So yeah, fertility. There's been an ending. There are two endings here. This person's been through a lot, but also learned a lot. There's been a lot of wisdom gained between both of you. There was movement, lessons about self. Maybe you had to separate to see what part you played with this relationship. Let's see the overall energy of how they're doing now. Oh, look at this. There's a gateway on the bottom of the deck, and then there's journey. Now, several signs we're getting this too. So it really is an opening of an energy and a whole and a collective, which I kind of like. I really do. Let's see what the signs are that are coming out with this, okay? I'm going to see what you're dealing with first in the sign aspect. These are all the signs. There's also a wish deck in here, okay? A wish card. I'm also going to see the energy that you're holding, okay? So let's see, Cancer. What is the person that Cancer is dealing with in the middle of November for the separation? Well, you could be dealing with an Aquarius. Also a healer type of an energy, quick decisions too. There's been quick movement. It's a lot of swords, a lot of pain, a lot of healing. I'll tell you that. But it could be an Aquarius. That's the energy they hold. They're very creative. They cut through things. You know, they could have Aquarius in their chart. What's their personality hold? What's their personality holding at this time? What's their personality holding? For who? Okay, a Sagittarius. So yes, they've become very spiritual. They've slowed down in their journey in life. You know, they've really opened a lot of gateways. They completed a lot. They lost a lot with that separation there, but they've been creative through their separation and healing. Okay, trying to gain patience as well. Now there's a Gemini, so which tells me between you there's similarities. All right, let's see what energy you're holding and or prominently thinking about. What is the energy that Cancer is holding at this time in a sign form personality? Okay. Well, you're holding a Virgo, which is good because that's really what your energy is saying you're doing. You're holding that energy of a Virgo, the all knowing, the hermit, maybe in the quarantine, staying down, you know, going through that healing process, going through those shallows of the self. You're actually in motion with it. That's why you got movement here. So I like it. Maybe you were Virgoing for a minute. You know, you might be dealing with a Virgo, you might be dealing with an earth sign. Of course, you know, but there's a balance of a Libra there too. Let's see. That's what energy you are holding. What energy are they thinking about prominently, Cancer? What energy are they thinking about prominently? What's most on their mind? A Gemini upside down. So a choice that maybe you made or the lovers as well, you know, not co-creating a certain way that maybe you moved. You know, don't beat yourself up for any gateways that you went through, whether it's good or bad. Because, you know, the top lesson is right here is the owl. You needed to see something. You know, wisdom is something that nobody can take from you, whether it was a good experience or a bad experience. It had to be an experience for you that either distinguish which is which. Okay, so please don't beat yourself up for that. You know, there's a choice that you made. They don't feel that way. They have peace, they have balance, they're trying to attain that. Don't use what you've done in a situation and progress it onto them, thus, you know, not giving you a chance to look at it because that's what you had to go through the shallows with. Okay, overall energy of them between them, if there's an outside factor playing in this disruption of this relationship, what sign might that be? What's the disruption? Well, a lot of wishes and motions, not thinking about something, maybe wishful thinking and projecting so far that you don't like what's in front of you. You know, it's not having a reasonable expectation of what somebody's going through. It's also a wish. There's also a Pisces under it. So maybe there was a situation that was wishy-washy with a Pisces that has changed. You know, that's no longer being co-created and you're looking for that. Yep. You're looking for a lesson with a Pisces, or you're looking for a lesson with fear. You're looking for something to be illuminated. You know, you want to know what their movement is or what their emotional. Maybe they're not saying anything, they're just moving forward, leaving you to sit with it. But you already have internal knowledge here. You might be dealing with a Scorpio or somebody that has Aquarius, Scorpio in their chart, also fire. Could be an Aries. Even though Aries didn't come out, I'm feeling Aries. But I'm feeling to rise. So, you know, they've learned a lot of lessons. You're getting a lot of things illuminated in your choices. I like that. Yeah, but don't worry, there's a link there. You know, I'm ending it with that. There's a link there. There's a link there that's maybe been cut off. Let's see what that lesson is with that Pisces. Can I have that lesson with that Pisces? If Cancer was going through that, please. They want them split. So look, this person is standing still. You know, they're accepted. They're whatever's happened. You know, they're looking at the lessons they made. They have a more harmony balance to them. And you're still in protective mode. You're still in protective mode. Maybe you protect in Aries. That would have been the last sign. That's why Aries didn't come in. It was they were dealing with lessons, whoever this Aries is, because it was in this Ruins deck when it was supposed to be in that deck. So that's unique. You know, but then again, there's a gift there. There's something that you learned from each other. So you have quite a couple of signs that you're dealing with: air, earth, fire, and water. So Cancer, you know, those emotions going through that movement, you have to look at that because you have to find what you want, the wisdom in yourself, what you want on your journey. That's what's opened up for you. And this person's moving forward creatively, but also allowing you to move forward. If they could say, or you could say anything to them, some quotes I did in a deck. Let's see what comes out for you. If you could say anything to the person that you think about most, this Gemini, what would you say? If you could say anything. I'm nervous. Maybe you're nervous about the change. Maybe you're nervous about the movement. Maybe you're nervous of what you see in yourself in them. So there's something that you're nervous about. There's love there, but there's something that you're nervous about. Maybe this person comes, you know, they don't say nothing, okay, because Can We Talk is on the bottom. Maybe you're nervous to talk to them. One more, why you're so nervous for Cancer? Well, I got two of them. There's something that you want to forgive somebody for, and they want to thank you. Or you want to forgive them and just have it be done. There's a thankfulness and a protection. There's a thankfulness and a protection from somebody here. Let's see what they want to say to you. What does this person that Cancer's thinking about want to say, please, to them? They know sometimes they came a little harsh, you know, or either one or you said something harsh, you know, there was thorns that really hurt. They look at that, you know, but they found harmony in that because remember what's on top. But they know some things were hurting. They don't want to fight because they're nervous that's what's going to come. That's what you think as well in movement. You don't want them, you don't want this person to bring out something in yourself. They keep quiet out of a respect. I felt the Jaguar energy when we first started. You know, they want the best for you in a lot of ways. What else can they say, please? Oh, and they believed in you. They believed that you would succeed, you know? Whoever this is, they believe in you. They believe in your growth. They believe in what you put forward. So I like that. One more for what they might say to Cancer, please. All right, top one. Aw. They're blessed with your love. You know, so there's a lot of deep love in here, but there's also a lot of wishes. There's a lot of emotions. You know, there's a lot of movement with emotions. There's a standstill of it. It says it right there. There's a gateway. But you know, there's a protection here. There's a little nervous. Maybe you're jealous and not saying nothing. Maybe there's a fear that they will actually say something in one of the choices. You know, maybe there's a Gemini that's nervous that's putting something else down in front of you. And they keep saying sorry, but you're realizing something. That was a different message. We're going to get a smaller aspect on that Gemini. Gemini could be a choice, a duality, a co-creation. The lovers, what's this with Gemini? What do they want to forgive? Is it with Gemini? Yeah, there was something there with no patience from the past. Maybe this person, this Gemini you're dealing with has no patience. You know, there was a lot of arguments. Let's see. Can I have one more on the resolution for that Gemini? For Cancers, please, if they're dealing with a Gemini. Hold. Now, look, you love this person, but this might be a third party situation that you love, or you're not saying nothing that you're thankful to. And I think there's a little jealousy in a third party situation. Yes, there's an energy, so you don't make a decision with it. You don't think it's a victory. That came upside down. So there's a third party situation that they know, or maybe you use and you mention a lot. They know deep down inside you care for this person, so there might be a jealousy. Let's see if you were dealing with, you know, the one that's saying they believe in you. What do they have to say about that? What do they believe in with Cancer? The one that's saying they believe in Cancer. What is that in reference to? Top bottom card. Wow. Yeah, there was a lot of obstacles. There was no movement, but but that you did it. You worked on yourself, so they're kind of proud of you here. You know, maybe that's what they wanted you to do. They don't want to feel left out. They wanted you to stick up for yourself, or they wanted you to stick up for them. That could be an air sign. Yeah, there was some nostalgia with this love with an air sign. You know, there's nostalgia. There's an energy of that with an air sign. You know, you question if it's a victory with them. So that air sign's coming out prominent with you. You know, what's the standstill for the person that Cancer is dealing with? What's the standstill for? Why are they standing still? Well, yeah, again, there's a no there, whatever that is. You know, you might be dealing with a water sign. They really are not moving. You know, yeah, they don't want to look at emotional. They're not feeling the love there. Yeah, they moved forward. So whatever the Scorpio is, you know, they moved forward. It could be emotions as well. This person is blessed with your love, blessed. They believe in you, but there's been a lot of hurt. Whoever that Scorpio is, they're not looking at it any longer. They felt blessed with your love, but I think that's an old energy. Yeah. They're really working on business. They're working on themselves. So if you were dealing with a Scorpio, there was somebody that, you know, just put their nose to the grind and made things happen. They're doing a lot of things for themselves, but they learned a lot from you. That's what they're saying. So whatever that Scorpio is, yeah, they learned a lot in movement with you. There was fast movement with you, with a Scorpio. It wasn't their wish, but you know, there's Scorpio again. Transformation came to hand. So maybe that person lost a Scorpio, and there was a transformation of a Scorpio, and the person that you're thinking about is handling it. They had to go through it. There was no movement for a minute. Everybody goes through a mourning. I feel mourning for that. So if you were dealing or losing someone that lost someone, that's what I'm feeling. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Yeah, that has been put down. You know, they thought about it. They blocked everything. You know, they put a cycle down. You're proud of them for that, that there's a cycle that they put down. Yeah, you could be dealing with that Aries. There's a cycle that they put down. They really step forward, right? I like that. So whatever that is, you know, they're running that, but you think about them. There's a thankfulness and forgiveness there, and you'll always protect them, but they make you nervous. You're afraid of something they'll say. You know, you don't want to begin. You're not going to hold something because you don't want to look at something. So you don't engage with this person, but you're nervous with them because you're afraid they're going to begin with something from the past, a decision that both of you didn't like. You know. So something you regret with this person that you think about, you know, and I want to let you know this, Cancer, let it go. Because this person has. hmm Listen, I want one ancient energy because if Cancer's holding on to a person that is moved and they're a little nervous from it, everything happens for a reason. You got a beautiful gateway here. You got a journey. So if you're separated from somebody right now and this is what you're thinking, don't worry, everything happens for a reason. If there's new energies coming in for you that was better for you, you know, and this is on your side. That's a change. You feel more pure about some of the choices that you made. Somebody helped you do that. There's a peacefulness. There's a way out of a negative energy, of a nostalgia. Yes, because you had to look at a truth of a matter. Maybe you thought this person was doing something else, but they were actually doing a benefit thing. Yeah. They actually found peace within themselves. And I think that's what they want you to do for you. Try to find some peace, heal a little, enjoy those good energies coming in. I know you feel different. I know you feel, you know, because there's almost an awakening here. Yeah, there's something you're looking at that might not be true. It's very sacred to you. There's something that you felt happened but didn't. It was something that you were imagining or progressing, and then when it was in front of you, you were disappointed, but now you're looking at something that what have you thought may have not been true. So, which is a good thing because I think you were thinking the worst. Yeah, there was discernment there. So don't think the worst. Watch your manifestation. What's your intention to speak that discernment? What's the intention? You're wondering about an intention about someone else. An earth sign. There's an earth sign, a Taurus, that you're wondering about, that you really want to ground their intention. You can't do that. They got to ground their own intention. You got to move for yourself. If you're dealing with a Taurus, they're more grounded than you think. They're more harmonized than you think. You're thinking the worst. Try not to do that. You're very protective over this person, maybe too much. There is such a thing. If you protect too much, you don't like the people they're hanging out with, you're not saying nothing. Right? So that it builds up and it comes out in harsh words right there. So be careful. You're overprotecting something. You're trying to stop a flow of some sort. Yeah. You're listening. You're listening about third party situations to somebody else. You're listening of a Taurus. There's a Taurus there that you're discerned with. And maybe there's partying, maybe there's something, it's a younger energy. We all went through that. If you're an older parent, you just got to let them do what they got to do. You can give them the best encouragement, but evidently this person that you're worried about is actually trying to find harmony. They actually are finding peace within themselves. They believe in themselves, and that's what your sanctuary you're looking at, like, wow, that really is true. Maybe it was false that I had to protect so hard because you had to go through your lessons, so does another person. So I don't know where this is coming in, take what resonates, but it's very significant, this message, for whoever had to hear this. There's so much love here, but there's so much worry too. Yeah. Like there's no warning. There's, maybe, there's a warning to yourself not to think the worst. Yeah, sweat that out. Say these are false beliefs, things will work out better because you're really concentrating on what the worst alternative. That's just as much manifestation power as putting something positive out there. So if you notice yourself doing it, don't think, oh, I put it out there. I've been thinking for an hour and a half and it's out there. Just say, please reset. That's false intention. This is really going to move forward for the greatest good. And so it is. Put that intention, mean that. You can use protection in a positive way and you can use protection in a negative way. You can open up a gateway that's going to be positive. It's up to you what you think with that sanctuary. So it's a warning. I think the advice what Spirit's trying to tell you is watch your manifestation. When you're alone gazing, don't think of the worst because half of that might not be true. And then you feel betrayed, but meanwhile it was your nervousness and the way you were co-creating something, beating something up, or thinking the worst on a daily, it's going to project. So please clear that out. And I think that's what you're doing. That rainmaker's coming down. Everybody's feathers have to be ruffled somewhere along the line in life so that you can handle life's ups and downs, whether it be emotional decisions, things that you didn't want to do. If you didn't do them, how would you know you didn't want to do them anyway? So it's looking at the lessons in a different way. It's looking at it as an exciting journey. Not so bad, of older Pisces energy where everything was bad. If you didn't do this, you weren't right, So there's a new element coming here and you feel different. But you're also noticing these I want to say, a Tulsa trap of thought that things will go wrong. So please, Cancer, Rainmaker came out again. What's underneath the Rainmaker is let that person that's the earth sign, let them, get their feathers dusted a little bit because they're learning, they're growing up. Whoever this is for, you're okay. You're hermiting. You always will wonder about their movement. But try not to think the worst because some of it's really not true what you're thinking. There's been a gateway to the negative of what you're thinking. I want to tell you that. There's been a positive movement. Please release that old. You're trying to tame an old wind. How are you going to do that? If the wind blew, you want to go control the wind and make it move it again? right? Let's go try to tame the wind. You know how hard that would be? Honestly. Honestly, you can't tame an old wind. Everything happens for a reason. You can learn from that wind. Maybe you could seek shelter, and so to speak, but don't try to tame a wind. Ain't gonna work. You only want to beating yourself up. So, stand still for a minute. That's what the other person's doing. There is a healing wheel here. There is a lot of love. There's a new projection of energy of passion in you for a gateway for a journey. You feel like you're in the middle world right now. Everybody is going through that, but divine timing, your energies of what you witnessed in life will soon make sense to you. There's going to be a big epiphany in you, whoever this is. There's going to be a big wow, okay. And you witnessing all the good, and you're witnessing all the, if you awakened in life, you're lucky. You healed like that to have that hummingbird. You're lucky. Because you get to see what you've done, what you've learned, where that blade stands true for you is beautiful. You got the staff coming. You're collecting all this energy, and you're looking at what you sacrificed, what you didn't sacrifice, where you were beating yourself up, and you're gonna let it go. That Rainmaker is here to do that. That energy is present to let things go. You know, you've dealt with them long enough. There was warning signs. There was flags you weren't seeing. That maybe you couldn't tame a wind. It's letting control go so that something new can start more in your journey. If you protect something, you block it. You overblock, you don't let it move, you end up losing something. If you let it go, learn their journey, it really, you find out a lot more truth than what you thought was right. Okay, so sweat that negative thinking that you're either giving yourself or you think about someone else. Find a little more harmony in a daily thought. So that's what comes to progressing to you. Watch your manifestation. They said it over and over and over again. Because you don't want to beat yourself up. That child warrior in you, that find that adult child. Find that reason to laugh, to be happy. If you can get through all the negative you went through in life and still have a childlike energy with you as an adult, then you succeeded all the way around. You didn't let that negative, maybe false beliefs bring you so down that you didn't move. You kept moving on your journey. You created a gateway. This person stood still and realized this. So now maybe you can co-create together, or just learn the lessons that you were supposed to meet in life. And you were supposed to also let them make their own wind. You weren't supposed to control the wind at all. It does it itself. All right. Take care.